Hey everyone, it's Alan, and it's getting late here on this Friday night. If you're watching with me live, it is the Friday, Good Friday, the Friday before Easter. And right now it's about a little after 6 p.m. It's been a crazy week for the Best Self Code team. We've been working really hard to do a huge promotion this weekend, and it's been a lot of work and a lot of effort on our end. So I'm going to give viewers a chance to jump in and watch us live, and I'm going to talk about why time blocking is so important and how I time block my schedule, my calendar, and how most people do this. Now, the reason that this came about, that this video came about, was a few things. One, I was talking to Jeff Woods yesterday, and he is the host of the Mentee podcast, which triggered an idea or a thought about the book, The One Thing. One, if you haven't listened to Jeff Woods' podcast, the Mentee podcast, go check it out. It's great. The One Thing is one of my favorite business books, and this method came from this book here. Also, I just got back from vacation, and a lot of you are going on vacation right now, so I wanted to bring up how I structure my vacations and work time and everything on the calendar, so you can replicate that in a way that's beneficial to you and makes you more productive. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the love. Please drop any questions or comments below. Again, I'm talking about time blocking on your calendar for productivity and maximum results. So, back when I was in my early 20s, my boss would ask, Alan, when do you have vacation planned? This year? Absolutely, Gary, you got it, man. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I know it's a restful time for everyone, so you probably want to disconnect. So thanks for joining in this video, and thanks for dropping a comment. So my boss would say, Alan, when do you have vacation this year? I'd say, vacation? Like, I'm 22, 23, 24 years old. I don't even know what I'm doing this weekend. Like, how am I supposed to plan out my vacations for this? Little did I know is that it's so important to map out in a rough estimate what's happening in your life for maximum productivity, maximum results, and maximum performance. So on my yearly calendar now, fast forward to today, you're going to see vacation time, you're going to see speaking engagements, you're going to see work-related trips, you're going to see some holidays, you're going to see friends visiting over the course of a weekend, special weekends, you're going to see team retreats, so on and so forth, right? Why is this important, though? Well, I will tell you why it's important. It's because, and I'll show you. I'll give you an example. So, if you're just joining, thank you for joining. We're talking about time blocking and why it's important in your life, and especially long-term time blocking, a year of time blocking. So, for example, I just got back from vacation. And that trip was a short trip. It was 4 or 5 days. And that landed here. And I'm using sticky notes because I know that there's a glare on this and you can only see so much of the writing that I've done on here. And so I just got back from vacation. And I have another vacation in exactly 41 days. From the time that I return to the time that I leave, I have 41 days of working time in between. Well, And now I'm using the vacation as an example, but this could be vacation and a work schedule and a work trip, or vacation and another important event. It could be this weekend if you were going to take this weekend off. Catherine, thank you for joining. I'm talking about time blocking and in a long form, long trend fashion as far as long-term forecasting for productivity and maximum results. So if I know that I have a vacation here, and if I know that I have a vacation here, and that there's a 41-day span in between, that means that I have, it's only infinity because I just got back from Cabo. That means that I have 41 days to work in between that schedule. But if I take into reality of the situation, there's 5 weekends, which means that that's 10 days out of that time, which now brings me down to 31 full days of working time between times where I need to disconnect, times that I'm investing in with my family, with my friends, and I want to be fully present there. So if I take, thank you for joining, thank you for the likes. Again, we're talking about time blocking for productivity and maximum results. So take that 31 days, in between this 31 days now, excluding the weekends, well, I can see here Easter weekend falls on this, so I may have to take a day or 2 days out for that. Thank you for the likes. And Mother's Day falls in between there, so I might have to take out a day for Mother's Day. So if I take out 2 days, a day for Easter and a day for Mother's Day, oh my gosh, that leaves me with 29 days. 29 working days when I thought I had 41. What does this do when you put everything into perspective? It really means that you need to be diligent with your time. When you really see, when you look at a glance, you're like, oh, I got time. It's over a month away, 41 days. But then you take into account the weekends, the holidays, and actually break that down. It's really only 29 working days to get as much done as possible so you can disconnect when you go on vacation and you're not worried about, did so-and-so finish that up? Oh man, how come this wasn't able to get done? Oh, I'm getting stressed out. I have no time to pack. I'm now spending all-nighters right before I go away. So now I'm completely stressed out, and now my travel's all crazy. And now it takes me 3 days to actually unwind when I get there. Rather than operate from that mindset, operating from a proactive place and saying, oh, well, if I have 29 days, I better be very diligent and strict with what my input is and very clear on what outcome I want before I leave. So that means, what does my team need before I leave? Let's get that set up in place. What things do I need to get done? What results do I want to happen? What do I need to put in place before I leave that I can start now? Because the sooner I start, the sooner it's going to come to fruition, which means that when I'm away, I know everything's in place. How's that feel? Good? So, it's just being extremely diligent with your time and with your outcome of what you want. So that is why time blocking is extremely important, because it brings into the reality of what time you have available between events. And then you really realize how much little time you actually do have in order to focus on the goals that you have, in order to focus on the results that you want, and in order to focus on the life that you really want to live. Do you want to live and operate on vacation in a stressed out manner? Or would you rather put in the time here and then take the vacation that you've been working so hard for? Also, when you do this, now that you know that you only have 29 real working days, now that you know this is the deer that we got down on our set down in Alabama. Now that you know that you only have 29 working days, when a buddy calls you up and says, hey, you know, we have this thing, it's going to be like a half-day event, or can you come out this night and spend some time with us and do this and that? You really know the importance of your time and whether that one little event is worth taking up to affect your time that you actually have planned in your calendar. So it's actually being able to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that because I already have something planned and I know it's 41 days away, or I know it's a month away, but in reality it's not a month away, it's less because of holidays, because of weekends, because of this and that, and because I value my relaxation and rejuvenation time, a little R&R, that I'm willing to do this sprint. So that's it in a nutshell. I see some of you guys have been commenting. Awesome, Jacob. I'm glad that this made sense. And again, I got this out of one of my top 3 favorite books, The One Thing. And once I really wrapped my head around this, like, oh, I've been doing it all wrong. I've just been going with the flow. Once I started putting things in place and being really diligent with my time, I realized I really don't have that much time to work on the things that I want. So once this happened, productivity skyrocketed, results and performance that I got back and out of this increased as well. Britt, don't you worry. You can always rewatch this because it's on Facebook for life. I'm reading her comments. I'm glad that it makes sense. Chris, yeah, just look at your projects in a long-term fashion. You could do this with product launches. So if you know that you have a product coming out on X day, you can work your way to make it launch during that time. So this is how I plan out my year and how I plan out my working schedule, whether I'm traveling, whether I'm on vacation, whether we have a team retreat, whether a friend's coming into town. This lets me be very diligent and strict and dedicated to the work that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis while I have this wonderful opportunity to do the work that I'm doing. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to, if you're watching this afterwards, no, Alan, I don't. It just happened to be that window between vacations. Gary already wants the 2018 calendar. I'll leave that for Catherine to get on. He's already planning 2018. Jess, this is our 2017 yearly calendar that you're seeing here. We do still have a couple available. I know it kind of seems weird when you're when we're already into the first quarter of the year to have one of these, but even if you just had this on like a back of a door, just so you can map out where your vacations are and everything like that, that might be beneficial. Or map out the rest of your year, similar to the time blocking that we did here. Gary, you don't mess around, man. I like it. That's why we're pals. Yeah, so if you have any questions, comments, or if you'd like to talk about how you time block your year, or if you've done something like this in before or do it currently. Drop a comment in the chat, and I'll stick around for a little bit, chat with you guys. And thank you for sticking around with me on this Friday evening. I hope you have a wonderful Easter weekend. Thanks, everyone.